start and get going. So thank you guys so much for being on this call. My name is Tracy Schutz. I'm a fire wife, a mom, and many other titles, along with being an independent consultant and executive national vice president with Arbonne. So I know if I can do this and run this business successfully and not really know how to do a live Facebook video, that anyone can do this and be successful. And one of my now best friends and business partners, National Vice President Heather Schickel, is joining us today too. She's on the call. And at the end, I actually have several other firewives that are going to say how their life was also changed because of Arbonne. So first of all, I want you guys to know that whoever invited you to hear about this amazing opportunity paid you a huge compliment. We like to be around people who are well-liked, smart, honest, hardworking, and fun. So obviously you fall into that category. You might be on this call as a firewife, or maybe a firefighter yourself, or know people in the field or a similar field, or just hopping on to see what Arbonne is all about. So tonight we're going to tell you about an opportunity that's not only changed my life, but the lives of so many people from different walks of life, like attorneys and nurses and physicians and stay-at-home moms and even college students. This business is really where you can find a level playing field and where ordinary people can make an extraordinary difference in the lives of others and in their own life as well. So before we talk about this incredible opportunity, I'm going to share a little bit about my story, how I got started in Arbonne. Then Heather will share hers, and then we will get started. So before Arbonne, I was a corporate recruiter, and my position was actually outsourced right before my first child was born. My husband had just been hired with the fire department and was going through the academy. So although we couldn't really afford for me to stay at home, because we had just bought a house and we had a baby on the way, I just couldn't go look for a new job and leave that beautiful baby when it would barely pay for childcare anyways if I did go to work. And Wayne could easily make up in one overtime day what it would take me a week to make. So when my kids were about 2 and 4, I had started to think about what I would do with myself once my kids were in elementary school. And I'm the type of person that likes to be busy, and was really searching for something that I could do to really feel good professionally again and contribute to the family's income, but still stay at home with the kids and be present in their lives. And of course, go on vacations when we wanted to. So we had also racked up a ton of debt, just being completely real with you guys. And my husband was working tons of overtime just to make ends meet, like actually sleeping at the fire station more than he was sleeping at home, that type of overtime. And, you know, falling asleep on the floor when he was pretending to play with our kids because he was so exhausted. His health and vitality was suffering greatly, as well as missing a lot of time with the kids, missing all the birthday parties, the holidays, the sports games. You know, it was wonderful of him and very unselfish, but it was a big price for him to pay. Plus, I had the fear of him getting injured, and then how would we be able to survive? Like, how would we keep our home? We had no backup plan. And then you also hear about people getting divorced, and what would I do if that happened at the time, right? How would I keep my kids? How would I keep my home, right? So I wanted to be prepared for impact. And because of Arbonne now, all those worries have been squashed. Although he loves his career, my husband Wayne doesn't have to work any more overtime any longer, and he actually takes off months at a time of work. He is a very present dad and husband. He's been able to start taking care of his own health and fitness, and even be able to do some hobbies. Imagine that, right? Not to mention being able to have no more bad debt, being able to travel and do as much fun things as we wish, while all be able to give back to others in ways we never thought would be possible. So I'll talk a little bit more as we go along, but I'll turn it over to Heather so she can introduce herself.
Yay! My name is Heather Schickel. I'm a National Vice President with Arbonne. I'm so excited that we're doing something specifically. I mean, I know there's lots of people on this call, but for firewives. I think it takes a really special woman to be married to a firefighter. You have to be strong, you have to be independent, and it's pretty difficult. I will give you a little background on me. I am married to my husband, Jason, who works for LA City Fire Department. He's an engineer. We have two sons, Levi and Wyatt, who are 8 and 11 years old. 4 kids. I worked for LA County Fire Department. I was a dispatcher. I loved my job so much. But after our second son was born, it just was really too much to try to work my full-time job being probably 14 hours with commute and have my husband be working a 24-hour shift and rely on somebody else to watch our kids. So I talked to my husband and we decided that I'd quit my job and stay home with our kids. And I loved it. I loved having the opportunity to be there and, be the one taking care of them and not somebody else. But it came with a price. The price of, my husband working a lot more overtime. We went from 2 full-time, full income jobs to 1. So he was working a ton of overtime and he was, like Tracy, at the station more than he was at home. And, it was okay for a while. But once our boys started to get a little bit older, they started to notice, that dad was at work a lot and it started to kind of have an impact on them. So it was a few years ago that I really started to talk to him about, finding another job, not about going back to dispatch, but it was really going to put us back in the same position that we were in before, where, both of us are working all the time and now somebody else is raising our kids. So that wasn't really an option. And then I was trying to think of something else I could do, but I really still wanted to stay, be the person that took my kids to school, be the person that picked them up. And I knew my options were super limited with that. So Arbonne was brought into my life right around that time. I had no idea that this was something that I needed or something that would give me what I wanted. I'm not a salesperson. I had no idea what Arbonne was, but I knew it was for me. Just to share them with you if you have any fears of that. But I jumped in with our clean eating program and I really just felt, so I started to talk about it organically and build a team. And much like Tracy, it's changed our family's lives. I used to get messages from my husband, towards the end of the month that were, and a lot of people don't really know that, but were, stop spending. You got to hold back until I get next week. And it just felt like things were so limited for us. And that's not the case anymore. We don't live some big extravagant lifestyle, but we're able to do the things that we want to do and provide for our family. And I just remember, if you're a mother on this call and you're a firefighter wife, I just remember being in my house with my kids and not having money to go doing, but my husband being gone for the whole weekend because he was working overtime, and just thinking I don't know what, we can't do anything. We can't go to the movies. We can't go to Disneyland, do something together because we can't afford it. And it was just such a bummer feeling. So I'm really glad you guys are on this call. This opportunity is life-changing if you open your heart and listen with an open mind. Thanks for being on. To you, Tracy.
Thank you, my friend. I'm going to talk a little bit about just Arbonne in general and the Arbonne story, and about our product advantage as well. Arbonne's been around for nearly 40 years, which is just crazy. We have a great history of success, and we are not stopping here. We're also a member of the DSA, which is the Direct Selling Association, which means we are not allowed to make false product claims or income earning claims like you so often see from other companies on Facebook that are not part of the DSA. So our products are really unique. There's nothing on the market that quite compares to Arbonne. Our products are inspired by nature. We use plant-based formulas, and we blend the best of science and nature to utilize new technology and stay ahead of the trends. Arbonne is proud of its Swiss heritage, but today we are a global company sourcing products from and ingredients from around the globe, and we continue to challenge ourselves with an ingredient policy to do better and better. So although it's harder, we follow European standards, which means Europe has about 1,400 banned ingredients. And the US really only has 11. So there's a big difference in quality between the products. We never test on animals. In fact, we are so proud that our products are vegan certified. We're gluten-free. We're free of GMOs. And some are even kosher, which is really cool. Arbonne's tagline is pure, safe, and beneficial. So we're pure, which means we use the cleanest and most effective ingredients. It's safe. We rigorously test our products to ensure safety, and we're beneficial. Every product is beneficial for you both in ingredients and also in results. So just as important what we put in our products is what we don't include. We don't include things like petroleum, which is mineral oil, which is in most of the moisturizers on the market. We don't have animal products or byproducts. Look up fat rendering if you've never looked at that process. It's gross. We have no formaldehyde donating preservatives. We have no chemical dyes or fragrances. And that particular thing is why I fell in love with Arbonne. I'm allergic to chemical fragrance, and every time I'd use any product on the market, I'd get a massive headache and just feel terrible. So when I started using Arbonne's products and feeling great, and they smell great, even though they have no chemical fragrances. So that was huge for me. No artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, no parabens, no phthalates, and so many more ingredients that I can't even pronounce. People are looking for what we have, and not many companies can make those claims. Heather?
Yeah, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about social marketing. When I first started, like I told you guys, I really had no idea what it was. I thought, truthfully, if it's so good, why isn't it on the shelf at Macy's or Target? I guess, cheap products that people are making in their garage or something and selling. I really, truly was uneducated about it. So we're going to talk about traditional retail. I have my notes here with me. Anybody can do this business. So traditional retail, just like any other, it goes from a manufacturer to the consumer, so to you. But with traditional retail, what happens is it goes to first the wholesaler, see I'm going to use my notes here, which is the company that sells it in large quantities for a cheaper price. And then it has to go to the warehouse. So that's where products are stored before distribution. So who knows how long they sit on the shelves there before it goes to a sales force, before they pay Gigi Hadid to say that she uses the product, which we know she doesn't, right? So at each one of those steps, what starts out is a cheap product with, like Tracy was saying, chemicals in it, stuff to keep it on the shelf longer, to make it cheaper, to mass produce it. At each step, it gets marked up because everybody wants a piece of, the pie. So what starts out as a cheap product is now an expensive product, in Macy's. So with social marketing, exact same idea, right? Just a better business model. It goes from manufacturer to you, the consumer. But what we do is we skip all those middlemen. So we could start out with a good product and it's fresh and clean. And it goes right through the independent consultant, which is us, to the consumer. So if you're thinking to yourself, I'm not a salesperson. I touched on this. I'm so not a salesperson. But if you haven't tried our products, you're going to understand why it's so easy to talk about what we love. Our products are amazing. So you just share with people what you're loving, they buy them, and you cut out the middleman and you get good products. Okay. So that's it for me. Tracy?
Okay, awesome. I'm going to talk about so after I started using Arbonne's products, I was introduced to the awesome income opportunity like you are today. I wanted to make my own schedule around my family. I wanted to be able to vacation and work wherever I wanted. I wanted to be able to make 6 figures plus working part-time. Isn't that normal? Which would only be a pipe dream in a majority of jobs. So when I heard about Arbonne, I saw the genius of it right away. And there's really 4 reasons why I chose to do Arbonne when I was looking into joining a network marketing company. I really looked into many of them and no one else compared. So the first reason was that we have a wide range of consumable products. We have skincare, nutrition, bath, body products, hair products, baby products, and so much more. What is so great is that most of these products are things that you and your family are using anyways. It's already in your budget to buy shampoo, to buy mascara, to buy eye cream, to buy protein shakes. So all I'm really doing is educating you on the benefits of using better products that are both good for you and also do what they say they're going to do. Imagine that, right? And then teach you how to shop at a discount or earn an income. So I personally use 20 to 30 of these products every single day on a daily basis. And when I run out, I need to reorder them. In fact, you might have seen me drinking my detox tea here. So you can see that this is great to have consumable products if you have a business. You can do the work once and your customers can continue to buy the products over and over again as they run out. So we're not trying to sell people products that they don't need or they just buy when the economy is good, right? We always buy these products. And as a consultant, I love that so many different types of products. We have so many different types of products, and I never feel like I'm trying to talk someone into something, to getting something, because I just share what I love and they can decide what they're interested in. Consumable products are key when you're running a business. And the two most popular lines in Arbonne are our RE9 anti-aging skincare line and the nutrition products. The RE9 Advance is our top-selling skincare line made with sustainable orange stem cells and powerful peptides. I love it because it feels so amazing on my skin and it makes me age backwards. And most people these days have started Arbonne because of our amazing 30 Days to Healthy Living plan. I love it because I was able to lose 8 pounds, bloating, other digestive issues, and was able to gain energy like crazy and sleep way better. So definitely the consumable products is key. The second one is the demand for health and wellness. Heather, you want to cover that one?
Absolutely. So I think, like she said, more than ever, people are label readers. People are walking through the grocery store and they're reading the back of packages. And that's really never been something that people have paid attention to. Arbonne's been gluten-free, kosher, vegan certified for almost 40 years now. And they've been that, though, even when it wasn't being demanded. I mean, how many times have you walked into Walmart and did you ever think that you would find a whole aisle of gluten-free products? Like, never. But now that's what people are demanding, so that's what they have to supply. And Arbonne has that, which I love. And if you're looking at network marketing companies, this is something you want. We have what people want. And like Tracy said, it's already in their budget to spend for these products. So you're just introducing them to something that's safer and better for their family. I think the ability to leverage your time is also a super important one, right, Tracy?
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorites for sure, the ability to leverage your time. So most people trade time for money, whether you're a nurse, a hairstylist, a firefighter. You have to work an hour to get paid for an hour normally. And so there was a cap to the money that Wayne could make in his job. There's only so much time he could work. But in Arbonne, we can leverage our time by building a team, but our hours we're personally putting in stay the same. So just as an example, the average Arbonne consultant does about $2,500 in sales a month. And now my team is doing over $2 million in sales. But I still personally do about 2,500. So this happens because I showed a few people how to do this. They showed a few, and then they showed a few, and then so on and so forth. So today I put it in the same amount of time that I did 10 years ago when I first started. I can't believe it's been 10 years. And now I make a heck of a lot more money. Plus I can work my schedule around my family. You know, with 24-hour shifts and random days, it's hard to have an 8 to 5 job when my husband is gone. And then, you know, when he's off on a Monday through Thursday on his 4-day, I don't want to be at work in the middle of the week. And we wouldn't have been able to utilize his awesome schedule at that time to take vacations if I'm still working those days with little time off. And now I can work when it works for my family. So that could be at night, that could be in the morning, that could be after I hit Trader Joe's in the gym, you know, whatever works for me. Also, most families do need two incomes right now to survive. And if you only have your firefighter income, then it will usually end up working a ton of overtime to make ends meet. And then you're sacrificing the firefighter for the well-being of everyone else, the family, working holidays, weekends. And so this is a great way to leverage your time without leveraging your family, right? So Heather, you want to cover number 4?
Yeah. So Arbonne's an internet-based business, which is wonderful for us firefighter families because, like Tracy said, their schedules are all over the place, but we can do this business from anywhere. So I know for those of you that are mamas, sometimes it can feel, being married to a firefighter, that you are a single mom because they're at work a lot, or you know, they're working 24-hour shifts. So you are running the practices, you're taking kids to dance class, you're going to all these different events, and it's hard sometimes to fit in different things, but you can fit in this business as long as you have a phone. You can do it from anywhere. So I can do it from the baseball field, I can do it from, you know, the valet line at school during pickup. You can do it from anywhere, and that's awesome, especially for our schedules. And if you're somebody who, you know, doesn't have kids, like Tracy was saying, you can do this business. You don't have to go to a brick and mortar shop. You can do it from home. So when your husband or significant other is off, you can be off the same days. It just has such flexibility. And something I love being, you know, in the firefighter family, it's such a large group of people, but it's a small knit community. And with that, you meet people from all over the world. You can be walking anywhere and you could see somebody with a firefighter shirt on. You have an open conversation. So Arbonne's a global opportunity also. So not only can we do it from our phone, you can talk to people from all over the world and help them do this business. We're in Canada, we're in the United States, we're in the United Kingdom, Poland, New Zealand, Taiwan. We are opening up into Germany by the end of this year. And I know for me, that didn't really matter at first, but now I've realized that I know people who know people. And especially, like I was saying, in this fire community, you're going to meet people in these different areas and you have that connection. But now you can, you know, do business with them also, which is pretty cool. And I have to say though, Arbonne's super smart about their business. They have expanded into these different areas at the right times. So we have a 1% brand awareness, which is pretty cool. It doesn't mean, you know, we're saturated. That people are still learning about this business, which is pretty awesome.
So basically, it starts with you. Then you will share the products and this business opportunity with a few people, and then they will each share with a few people, and then those people will share with a few people, and pretty soon you have a thriving business. We will help you get started and show you the way. So we are really growing, and just we've been blowing up, positioned for even a bigger explosion this year, and we would love to have you on our team. We actually have 4 levels of management in Arbonne, and everyone starts as a consultant, and then we like to teach our team to get to district manager in the first couple of months. As a district manager, your average income is anywhere from $200 to $1,500 a month. The next is area manager, and the average income is between $1,000 and $4,000 a month. And one thing I love about this business is that you can will it to your family. So you're creating a legacy in your business. Think about it. What other job can you have where if you die, your salary continues to come to your family, right? So for the business that you built with Arbonne, your family would continue to receive your full paycheck for the money that you've earned on that, which is so huge. So, I mean, fire departments are great. You might get half if something happened to your spouse, but it's even way more generous than most other people's jobs. This is a great opportunity to leave a legacy for your family. Then it's RVP, and this is where you start getting your $800 a month car bonus to get the white Mercedes of your choice. The average income for a regional vice president is $4,000 up to $14,000 a month. And the final level is national vice president. And that's where Heather and I are. The average income is $21,000 a month plus, but the potential is unlimited. At this level, your car bonus goes up to $1,000 a month, and you have the opportunity to attend a leadership meeting each January in Maui, which is incredible. And that's on top of our incentive trips that any level in Arbonne can earn from the very beginning of their business, which is really cool. So there's two ways to get these products in your hands. One is being a preferred client, and that's $29, and it gives you a 20% to 40% discount on all your products, plus a rewards club for free shipping and free products along the way. And the second way is to become a consultant, and it's $79 to become a consultant. $79 to have a global multi-million-dollar business if you work hard and don't quit, right? So, or it's a $50 upgrade if you're already a preferred client, and that gives you a 35 to 50% discount on all your products, unlimited income potential, the possibility for time and financial freedom, and the opportunity to change the lives of others. So where do you guys see yourself? Now, I want you to post a 1 if you are interested in learning more about the products and possibly even hosting an in-person or a live online event. Write a 2 if you're really interested in the products and curious to learn more about the income opportunity. And write a 3 if you are the person that's like, I have no idea how I'm going to do this. It sounds genius and I am in. Show me what to do. So while you're thinking about that, I have a few other firewives and regional vice presidents on my team that want to say hi. So let me pull them up here. I'm going to take Heather off so I can put other people on. Love you, Heather. See you soon. It won't let me take you off. Can you leave? All right. Perfect. And I'm going to welcome Jen Beacons to our call. Jennifer Beacons is a regional vice president with Arbonne, and I would love her to share her story. Jennifer, be on in just a second. It's so funny how we do this business without any expectation of building friendships. That's not why we start. But pretty soon, we get people on our team who we would have never met before Arbonne. So Jennifer, welcome to the call. Oh, we can't hear you. Can you turn on your volume? Okay, well, I'll try someone else and then maybe she can come back on later. I'm going to introduce Alexa Alden to the call, another person who I would have never met if it wasn't for Arbonne. So I met someone who met Alexa, and welcome to our call.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yay. Yay. It worked. Okay. Hi. So my name is Alexa Alden, and I'm a regional vice president with Arbonne. I live in Oceanside, California, and I have a 5-year-old daughter, and my husband is an engineer with the Santa Monica Fire Department. I worked for over 20 years in the film business as a script supervisor, and then I met my husband. And when we got married, I moved with him to San Diego, even though we both worked in Los Angeles. When we had our daughter, Sydney, a couple big things happened. Number one, it became increasingly clear that it was going to be impossible for me to go back to work up in LA. Doing 14-hour days on set with Dom's firefighter schedule just wasn't going to happen anymore for us. So, and number two, I developed an autoimmune disease when Sydney was about 9 months old. So while I was struggling to figure out what I was going to do for work and what I was going to do with my health, I was introduced to Arbonne through our 30 Days to Healthy Living program. And because it helped me feel so much better, and I loved it. I loved all of the nutrition products. It was just a no-brainer for me to just transition into the business. I didn't even question it. I just jumped in head first, and my business was like off and running and booming from the beginning. Just by sharing exactly what I loved and people seeing how great it was making me feel. So Arbonne's been a really great fit for us. It gives us so much more flexibility with time, and I still get to help provide for our family financially and stay home with our daughter and take pressure and stress off my husband and still have something for myself that gives me some meaning and purpose. Helping others to do the same thing has been just so rewarding, and there's nothing like the gift of health and financial freedom. So because of Arbonne, I've been able to retire from my script supervising job and be here for my family. I've been able to be with my mom when she's gone through some cancer treatments and pick up the slack when my husband was injured and had rotator cuff surgery about 2 years ago. He was out for 10 months and we would have struggled without my Arbonne business. And the next step is to retire my hubby early. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to share my story.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Alexa. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And it's so crazy that, you know, because of Arbonne, I've been able to meet people and affect because I started Arbonne, other people have been able to start Arbonne and have an impact on their lives. So it's such a gift to be able to give away. And Jill is joining us now, another fire wife.
Hi, Tracy. Thank you so much. As she said, my name is Jill Golfany. I'm a regional vice president and independent consultant with Arbonne. I live in the Santa Clarita Valley with my husband, Ryan. He's an engineer with Los Angeles County Fire Department and our 3 children. When I think back to 2 years ago, when I was first introduced to Arbonne, our life looked very different. I'm a job share teacher. He was living at work, whether he liked it or not, with all the recalls LA County has. And we co-owned a gym. So we absolutely had no extra time. I knew I had to make room for this business because of how impactful it was. And the products were just life-changing. So I thought if I could make a car payment, this business is worth it. And that was my goal. I would have been satisfied. I knew I felt guilty working part-time and not contributing more, and that car payment would mean something to my family. So 2 months into my business, my husband was hurt at work, ended up needing back surgery, and we were not ready for that impact. I realized right away what an opportunity was, in my sights, and I had to make something of this. We wouldn't have made it. We truly weren't prepared to lose our main source of income. And when you say no overtime to a fire family, those are some devastating words. And to not be prepared for that, it really was, Arbonne came into my life at the right time and was truly a blessing to our family. So now, fast forward 2 years, my husband was able to return to work. We were able to have him leave the camps and go back into a station. And that meant, yes, a huge financial hit for us, but because of Arbonne, that's no longer as big of a concern. We have our plan for impact, and it's adding years onto his life. That station life is, and he's able to be home with us more. So that pressure putting on him to be at work and to provide, and he's looking very, very seriously into early retirement. He's got a plan. He's got an Arbonne plan too. So.
That's awesome. Wayne as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jill. Appreciate it. And then it's kind of funny because my husband, he's a captain with the LA City Fire Department. And, he was on the fast track to, being a battalion chief or a chief and doing all of that stuff because he thought he had to. he thought the only way we were ever going to retire is he made more money and we'd be able to retire that way. But because of Arbonne, he's not promoting past captain, and he's absolutely thrilled about it. So this is Sarah Garcia.
Hi. This is a little nerve-wracking. I haven't been on live for a very long time now. But like Tracy said, my name is Sarah Garcia. I'm an independent consultant, regional vice president with Arbonne. And my story is a little different than everyone else's. I actually started my Arbonne business before I met my fiance, who is an engineer at the Fillmore Fire Department. Arbonne found me when I was actually working full-time at a pharmaceutical company. 3 years ago. I was a first-time mom to twin girls. They were 1 at the time. I was working 50 hours minimum a week, so I had no time to sleep or anything else to be added to my plate. But I needed to do something for myself, for my health, so I did the detox and I fell in love with it. I felt better than I had ever felt. So whether I wanted to add something to my plate or not, I did, and I started a business really on accident. So within 6 months, I replaced my full-time income that I was making at Amgen with Arbonne, which blew my mind away. And I jumped in full force. Within 9 months, I was able to walk away from the corporate world. So at 25, I actually retired from corporate America. And within a year later, that's when I met my fiance now. And we now have a 3-week-old right now. And because of Arbonne and having his crazy schedule, he was actually able to, if it wasn't for my Arbonne business, he wouldn't be able to take the leave, the bonding time with our little one, which blows my mind to think about. Like if his income was the only income, or if I was working a normal corporate job, like we wouldn't be able to survive living off of like, I think they give you 40% of your check when you're bonding. Like who can live off that? So thank God for my Arbonne business, because now he doesn't have to work so much overtime and he's actually able to bond with our newborn. So thanks, Tracy.
I love it. I can't hold that little guy. Thanks, Sarah. Okay, and Jen Beacons was the other person trying to get on that didn't have any volume. I just want to say she wrote me a little something, and she said, until recently I was a full-time high school counselor, wife of a firefighter, and mom of 2 girls who were just trying to survive life. Our conversations had become, who's picking up? And when will you be home? We were just 2 passing ships. I only had so much time to give and struggled to be a good mom, a good counselor, and a good wife. Today, saying yes to Arbonne, my life looks completely different. I will forever be grateful for this opportunity, and my only regret is not starting sooner. So I want to encourage you guys to dream big. Dream big, right? You are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. If you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 more years? So instead of asking, what if this doesn't work? Ask yourself, what if this does? Will you say yes to your future today and the future of your family? So let me tell you 3 things you will for sure gain by building your Arbonne business. First, friendships with people that you will build you up and speak life over you. Personal growth. You will become a better version of yourself, a better wife, and a better mom. For those women on the call, we've been mostly talking about women, but of course, lots of men do this business too, and even firefighters, which is awesome. And number 3, changing lives. You will be a difference maker and a life changer. You can start with your own family, getting out of debt, saving for retirement, but you will also help build people up along the way, change their lives, have an amazing journey. But you can also change this world. What cause is deep into your heart that you'd love to give back more to? What if you could give back to all those people that lost their homes in that recent fire, right? Or in the mudslides? If you could really affect people that way. So we have many people in Arbonne who have used their influence and their income to build water wells in third world countries, to build orphanages, to build schools, to become foster parents, to adopt, to give back to the military, or other charities that are on their heart. So we invite you today to join Arbonne and build your own successful business. Don't walk away from this and find yourself 5 years from now saying, I should have joined that night I heard about it. Don't let fear stop you. Come on this journey with us and watch what you can do when you live to the potential you have been created for. So just a reminder to post below if you're a 1 and interested in learning more about the products and even possibly hosting a live or online event. Post a 2 if you are really interested in the products and curious to learn more about the business. And post a 3 if you say, I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but it sounds genius and I'm all in. Show me what to do. So thank you guys so much for coming and listening. If you haven't tried our products, get with the person that recommended you to this call and try some products, and or host an event. That's fun too. But we look forward to seeing you more, and have a absolutely great evening.